Good afternoon and salam Ibu Pertiwiku. Nearly 24 countries have signed a joint letter to the United Nations calling on China to end the mass detention of the Uighur people. In the letter to the High Commissioner for Human Rights, 22 ambassadors, including those from the UK, Germany and Japan, raised concerns about large-scale places of detention as well as widespread surveillance and restrictions, particularly targeting Uyghurs and other minorities in Xinjiang. It is the first concerted action on the issue at the UN Human Rights Council, although it is short of a formal statement or resolution. A diplomat was quoted as saying China's delegation to the UN was hopping mad about the letter and is preparing its own response. UN experts say around 1 million Uyghur Muslims are being held in detention centers in the Xinjiang region in northwest China. China says facilities there are vocational training centers and they are necessary to fight terrorism and eradicate extremism. In the past, the region has experienced violent protests and clashes with police, as well as terrorist attacks, which have cost hundreds of lives. The Federal Trade Commission has reportedly voted to approve fining Facebook roughly $5 billion to settle an investigation into the company's privacy violations that was launched following the Cambridge Analytica revelations. The FTC's investigation was launched in March 2018 after reports revealed that the political consultancy Cambridge Analytica had improperly obtained the private information of more than 50 million Facebook users. It is at the upper limit of what Facebook said that it was expecting when it disclosed in April 2019 that it was nearing the end of negotiations with the FTC and expected a fine of between $3 billion and $5 billion. Reports said as part of the agreement, Facebook will now re-examine the ways it handles user data, but the settlement will not restrict the company's ability to share data with third parties. Critics say the changes required of Facebook are not substantial enough, and the fine will hardly make a dent in Facebook's bank account. The leader of Hezbollah said on Friday that Washington was seeking to open channels of communication despite ramping up sanctions against the Iran-backed movement's officials. Without elaborating, Syed Hassan Nasrallah said in an interview that, quote, U.S. President Donald Trump's administration is seeking to open channels of communication to Hezbollah in Lebanon through mediators. These are the American pragmatists. There was no immediate comment from the U.S. State Department on the assertion. New sanctions this week mark the first time the United States has targeted lawmakers of the heavily armed Shiite Hezbollah, which is part of Lebanon's coalition government. The move widens a U.S. campaign that since 2017 has designated 50 people and entities linked to Hezbollah, which Washington classifies as a terrorist organization. Well, that's all the updates for now. I am Razi Ahmad and thank you for watching.